I created one of the most unique Geometry Dash extremes. This level changes your icon. There is a special icon that you can't really get anymore, which is a limited edition Geometry Dash rewards icon, which basically looks like the Rob Top icon, but it has a fade on it. You can actually use that in this level. And also note that it has custom death effects and custom dash effects too. This level is called Spectre. And by the way, this is not a top extreme. This is more of an easy extreme 10-star level, and it's just barely short enough to be a long level by 2 seconds rather than an XL level. So in other words, it's almost XL. So you start out with these weird, and I mean these incredibly weird timings. You might be wondering, what the heck is going on here? Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing. And you can actually fluke some of these parts with some interesting accidents. Yeah, some of it you have to buffer click, but there's also lots of control spamming. I'm also going to do some alternate spamming, which you might not hear the clicks of pressing on W with my left middle finger. Bam. There's also lots of memory timings, which I've probably said before, but that's pretty much what makes this level hard. It's not really the fact that it's like, you know, super tight timings and all. It's not really happening all the time. And to be fair, since it only has a few like extremely tight timings, that's what makes this level extremely unbalanced. But it's also quite fun because most of the gameplay is just open. And also there are some like, you know, orb wait timings where you have to like wait to miss the wrong orb but hit the right orb. Super trippy, by the way. I don't expect anybody to get this right within 100 attempts. Bam, 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 bam. I experimented a lot with effects. And by the way, the icon you're seeing right here is actually not my icon, but you will see my icon in the end. And little hint, it's based off of a famous Geometry Dash YouTuber. If you can guess who it is, comment down before the end of the video. And if you get it right, good job. But if you don't, you gotta subscribe. And if you're wondering where I got inspiration from in this level, partially it's from Tidal Wave because of some of the color changes which flip to yellow and cyan. And also Infinity by Freddy Funky because it's honestly one of my favorite epic levels where it has a white background. And that's where I pretty much got this Saw inspiration from. Very simple, but you know, looks pretty fancy. There's also some like, you know, tight orb timings and some optional orb timings if you mistime one of them. Bam, bam. There's also lots of controlled spam in these like orb aisles here, in which you can pretty much customize how you want the gameplay to go. And you also have to fall through these like little spikes right here. And you don't actually have to hit all these blue orbs because you might hit them late. If you hit them early, then you might just want to hit all of them. I usually just like to hit 4, 2, and then 4. But you know, do it how you want to. I think even though this level, in my opinion, it's really bad and it's really good at the same time. I think it's really fun once you know how to play it. And even though it's not like, you know, top 1 difficulty or top 50 or top 100 difficulty, it's still, you know, it's still quite, you know, heart rate increasing. And there's also a lot of tight controlled spamming in this section. So I actually gave a pad to aid you in this, you know, spam timing. There's also some slow sections just to, you know, like get you relaxed and stuff. Some of the orbs are like translucent because you can actually hit those orbs, but the ones that are not translucent are typically in the level the ones you more so want to hit. But like I said, everything is completely optional how you play it because there is no like specific timing that you need to make. Alright, so we got to the slow part. I really like this part. We start getting the spider orbs in. There's also a lot of controlled spamming. You don't want to accidentally hit the black orb, because otherwise you'll get shot into one of these spikes. I need to really practice these sections if I'm going to be verifying this level. Now this is kind of like a half buffer, half timing section, and I already got past it somehow. I actually struggled quite a bit, and now we're just back to the memory timings. Bam, 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 bam. A lot of these orbs you just skip. Some of these orbs you can press if you want. This is a really controlled spamming area. You don't want to hit them. A lot of times it's because you're not clicking fast enough. You know, like pa 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 pa. Very uncomfortable timings. And then you get like this, you know, cool Extreme Demon styled hop. And you gotta like jump late enough to hit this. And then you hit here. Control spam in this aisle. It's one of the spam aisles. It's not Silent Club or Silent Club Step style, but it's just, you know, blue orb spam. It's pretty hard, but it's not that hard. And you also gotta hit this with good timing. Get through these like one spike gaps. And there you go, you hit a blue orb to get there. Another slow section to get ready for probably what is the hardest section, because it's just a lot of optional memory clicks. You have to memorize some pattern within these like random orbs that you don't know exactly what to click, because there's like any combination of orbs that you could be clicking in the next section, because it's a pretty deadly section if you ask me. Bam. Now this is where it begins, because you just get these planets of orbs which you don't even know what to click. It is just absolutely crazy. Like, I'm just trying to, and you have to get like through this portal, and then you have to understand what the frick is going on in the next part, which is also a very tedious little timing. If you click too late, you die. And this right here, you have to click late. You have to click at the right time so you don't accidentally hit the block that stops you, but you also have to click early enough to not hit the other block. And then you land here. Bam. I did that like other blue orb just to be evil with y'all. It was just, it's crazy. By the way, if you want to verify this level for me and save me the pain of actually having to beat this level, that'd be pretty awesome. But you have to be like really good at the game. You have to be like an extreme demon beater that can comfortably beat easy extreme demons, because this is not easy. It may not be top 1, but it's definitely not an easy level. And there's like many ways you can execute these little timings right here. Bam. Oh, yeah, then you have to like correctly hit that blue orb in the midst of a whole bunch of red orbs. I did that like second try, but believe me, that is not easy to do. Bam. And then your icon fake dies, and you get the Michigan icon. Well, whatever icon you have. I just happen to have had the Michigan icon on it because that was the secret icon. I also made this little like text start at the end. I wonder if it might be rate worthy. I think this could be rate worthy, to be honest. Maybe not feature worthy or maybe not epic worthy, but I think this could definitely be rate worthy. It's got simple and clean cut designs. I think it'll be a good candidate just to be a viable level to be uploading. So if you want to verify this level, comment down. But if you guessed Michigan, you are right on the money. So congratulations to you. Humongous round of applause. But that's pretty much it. I will see you all in the next time.